If this is your first time catching me on YouTube, hi, I'm Tiffany, also known as Naturally Chic, where chic is simply how you construct classy, but we do it naturally. And chic is pronounced or spelled SHYCC, but it's pronounced chic. Hi, if this is your first time watching, welcome. If not, and you haven't subscribed, think about hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. Today we are doing a nice quick beat, showing you that you can do a nice beat. It doesn't take all of that, hours upon hours upon hours, but you can do a nice quick beat. This one was less than 15 minutes. It was super quick. I used mostly F products. The only thing that I did not use F products was my primer, which was Tatcha, and my my setting spray, which is one size, and my setting powder, which is ColourPop. But for my foundation, everything, I am using F. I'm doing my brows. I'm trying to get better at those because some days when I don't want to put makeup on, I actually would love to do my brows. Have you all ever did the brow tinting or any of that for the brows? I was thinking about it, contemplating. I don't know. We may have to, but we're getting a little better with the brows. So I just go in really light with the light pencil, and then I just try to darken them up a little bit. I have a little brow there, but she has been sparse over the years. So what we try to do is make it look like we got something, darken her up a little bit, and then I go in with the brow gel to try to lay them down. I was using the I can't think of it right now, but I couldn't find it, but I do always usually try to go in there with the brow gel to lay my brows down because they can get unruly, and just to keep them in place. So that's what we're starting with after our primer. And yeah, so we're going to go in and now tackle a little bit of this face because I didn't want to do a lot, but I wanted to do something. I slept good, so I figured let me get up and put some makeup on. So I go in with the concealer. I don't do makeup all over my face. 90% or 95% is foundation. However, up under my eyes, I use concealer. So I'm using the e.l.f. concealer because the first one was Il Maquillage, just for a little highlight. And then I go in with my concealer brush. I used to use the sponge, but I'm learning that the brush gets right in there, and to me the sponge takes off the product and I don't have to let it sit. With the sponge, I have to let it sit a little longer than I would the brush. But to me, the brush really and truly blends. And I did not cut out any of this video because I wanted you to see the actual time that it took. Even with me stopping, even with all of that, it still took me less than 15 minutes. So if you wonder like why she didn't cut some of that out, because I really want you all to see it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. You don't have to be a makeup artist or MUA, any of that, to have a good look. And if you see just blending, I'm really light with my brush, my concealer brush, and I'm getting up under there. But if you see how it blends out ever so nicely, and it just evens it out up under your eye, especially if you have a dark circles or anything up under your eyes. Concealer really does help. You can go in with a color corrector if you'd like, and then put concealer on top. I didn't do that. I just wanted some concealer. I didn't want to feel like I have makeup on. So that's why my makeup is usually very light. I want to look like I'm enhanced, but I don't want to feel like it. If it's a lot of makeup, I typically will rush to take it off. But if it's light, a very light natural beat, then I'll keep it on and it won't irritate my skin. So I just go in and I am blending to the gods. I am blending all up because I really want it to be even. I don't want any lines of demarcation, so I truly blend. And then I learned that when I'm using my brush, it takes out the lines. It truly takes out the lines in the face. So then I go in with a Soft Glam Elf foundation, and I'm using number 45. I had number 44, however, it was a little too bright, and so now I just usually use my my brush, my foundation brush. It has a little angle, and then I just blend. I blend up under my concealer, and I just blend. I blend. I found also that when I use my brush, it is still better than the blending. Than the sponge. Some people like it. It just depends on your preference. But I found that I don't have to use a lot of product. Even though it may look like I have a lot of product, I really don't. Because I didn't really squeeze much out. It's just how I place it on my face. Sometimes I place it on my brush. And because this is a very soft glam, if this is a very soft glam, that is why it's really light. That's one thing that I love about products. The products are so light. They're so lightweight. And it all, so if you're looking for a nice finish, a nice makeup that doesn't leave you feeling like you are heavy, your face feeling heavy, Elf is so great for that. And it's beginner friendly and it's affordable. So if you're looking for a nice matte, I don't know about that. However, it does last me all day. It lasts me all day. It doesn't irritate my skin, and it gives me a nice flawless look. So yes, I'm just blending the foundation in, and as you see, this really was good coverage. It's a good coverage for me. But it's very good, very lightweight. And after I blend, I go down and take it up under my neck, so it kind of takes out the line of demarcation. I also blend it up into my hair or into my wig cap so that, we can have that all together as well. Then I go into with my Halo Glow Contour. I go down the bridge of my nose, into my eyebrows, down to my nose, into my eyebrows. My husband, he always laughs, and now that he can spot it on other ladies, he just laughs. He said, "Oh, she contoured her nose." She contoured her nose, and I take it around my forehead because you want to bring up some color back into your face. When you do foundation and concealer, you take the color out. So you want to add a little color because if you notice, your skin without makeup has color. So it has color, and you want to bring it back into your face because we are not one-dimensional. So I take it down, and I take my contour brush, and then I'm blending. One thing that you will get very used to when doing makeup is blending. That blending process, baby, my arm should be tight if I wore it every day. But I don't. So I'm trying to bring some and contour this chin a little bit. Trying to slenderize her up a little bit. And so as you see, I'm bringing some color back to my face. Going down the bridge of my nose. Then I go back in with my concealer brush and try to, anywhere that there is a line of demarcation, I'm trying to take it out so that it's blended all well up under the nose, down the nose, in the eyes. And my nose ring, for whatever reason, it always turns around. So if you see me, I'm not digging for gold. I'm actually trying to turn my nose ring around. My husband is usually somewhere telling me, your nose ring. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So then I go in with the ColourPop, the setting powder. And I like this because it's lightweight as well. It's lightweight as well. And for this, I do use a sponge. Because I don't want a lot on. I just want a lot. I don't want to bake. I'm not baking or anything, but I'm just concealing or putting it over the concealer that I put down to set that so that it can kind of stay. I get oily. I'm very oily. I am very oily. So this works for me. That way I don't have to bake it. It's light. I don't let it sit. As you see, I don't let it sit. I used to, but I don't let it sit. I don't need all that brightness because the concealer does enough. I just set it, and then I go in and I set up under the contour, up under where I contour, just so that you can have a little, you kind of know where it's at. So I did that on both sides to try to chisel out that jawline a little bit. Even though I do have high cheekbones, we're going to chisel it out just a little bit. Take it around the hair once again, and then I hit my forehead with the powder. I didn't put any extra powder on there, but I just did what was left on my my sponge. And so now we're going to go in and we're going to do a little bit to the brow, just a little highlights, to go in there and chisel that out a little bit. So I don't know, for some reason to me it makes it feel like it's more sculpted. So give the brow a little more sculpted look. I went in there with a little bit of the concealer, just a little bit, and for me I'll take a little bit and then I'll wipe a lot of it off, because I don't want a lot. That means that's a lot I gotta play around with, a lot I gotta blend out, but I just wanted to have a little bit of a more sculpted brow. So if you wonder why people do that, it's just to sculpt the brow. It's all it does. It's really sculpting your brow, making it look more of a sculpted look. And then I put a little bit on the top and just blend that out a little bit, so it looks more of a sculpture on your face. As you see, we're already at almost 12 minutes. I am not doing a lot, but it's still it's still great. So I take a little bit of the e.l.f. blush. I love this, and a little goes a long way. I even put some on my eyelids, but a little of this e.l.f. blush goes a long way. It's a liquid blush, and then I take my blending brush and for my eyeshadow, and I blend it out. I just blend it out so that I have a little bit on my eyelid. But this e.l.f., you don't need a lot. If you put a lot on, you're going to be blending a lot. So I just do a little dab, and so since you don't use a lot, it will last you a long time. But I love it. I love the color. It blends very easy, very well on the eyelids, and so you don't have to do much. And then I take my my blush brush, and then I'm blending it up a little bit, what blush does, it adds a little bit more color to your cheeks. I don't start at my cheek, but I start above, and then I blend down with whatever's excess. So my cheeks are not too red, but I'm wanting to lift my face. So if you wonder why people go up with their brushes, is to lift their face up. So makeup is a uplift, and so you want to lift your face up. So then I go back in with my concealer brush up under my eye to blend that out as well, so that there's no lines from the blush into my concealer. So we just blend. And now what we do, I already had lip gloss on, and I think this was the Fenty lip gloss, so I didn't really do anything to my lips. So we went in, and now what we're getting ready to do is I'm looking for my eyeliner. I typically don't use mascara, and if I don't have any lashes, I will go in with a quick black or brown eyeliner just to wake up my eyes a little bit. But I love a good lash. But if I don't, I love a quick liquid eyeliner. And this one I use NYX. They have I think one of the best ones, because that thin tip or that felt tip is amazing. And that's pretty much all I am doing. And then I think I go in next is with my spray, and you see I'm standing, so I wasn't in here long. I go in there with that one size, and when I tell you, this one size keeps my makeup all day long. I love it. You don't need a lot. And after that, we are done with the face. Until the next video, thanks for watching. Follow me under all social platforms under Naturally She.